program is brought to you by the new Tetley All-Rounder Tea Bag, which guarantees you
better cup of tea all round.
Thank you very much. Nice to be back. Good evening and welcome. Well, as you know, Tonight Live has carved out a reputation for itself for being right there in the middle of the world's hotspots. Well, with the sporting world's main event, the Olympic Games, merely a matter of moments away, we thought we should educate the Southern Hemisphere about the wonderfully mystical city that is Barcelona. Its people, its culture, its highs and lows. What makes this city tick as the world bundies on for the greatest games of all? Well, to answer all these questions, we've sent our roving reporter to file live and exclusive for Tonight Live. Let's say hello to our Cub reporter right now, Steve Izard. You there, Steve? Steve, looking $1 million.
Mate, you are looking fantastic yourself in that blue jacket and the brown trousers. Magic, mate.
You're guessing, aren't you, Steve?
Yeah, I am, actually. I've got no picture here at all.
Hey, listen...
what colour is it?
It's blue and brown, actually. Now, how's your holiday going, Steve?
Oh, it's not exactly a holiday. I'm here in a training capacity, as you know, working with a lot of the elite athletes.
Yes. Yeah.
Lying through my teeth. No, I'm trying to get some tickets to the various events because scalping is rife about here with the Olympics only days away. And one of the cameramen, this is a true story, one of the cameramen from here went down Los Ramblas, which is the main street where all the scalpers hang out, paid big bickies and he got back to the village and he's bought 2 tickets to yesterday's session of Alien 3. Phenomenal thing. I nearly paid $500 for a couple of last year's grand final tickets.
Welcome to Barcelona. Mate. Hey, listen, what have you got lined up for us this week? A big one from you.
We've got a huge week. We've got the host of NBC's Today Show, Katie Couric, joining us. We've got tennis greats Chrissy Evert and Tracy Austin are going to be with us. American football legend O.J. Simpson. We've got world soccer star, former English captain Gary Lineker joining us. We've got a top Zulu sports commentator. Don't ask me. We've got 2 of Spain's top models. We've got the entire Nauruan Olympic team, and they're all going to be together in the studio. When I say all of them, in fact, consists of one person. On Wednesday, we've got an exclusive interview with the man who's listed in the Guinness Book of Records as selling the most albums in history. Julio Iglesias is going to join us. That'll be fantastic.
A big week, Steve.
And yeah. Well, Julio's around Barcelona at the moment because he's going to come and see the long jump and the high jump. And we're going to meet heaps of the Australian Olympians, former gold medalists and gold medal contenders. It's going to be a big week, mate. Really looking forward to it. And thanks, Larry, for filling in. I really do appreciate it.
Steve, my pleasure. My pleasure. And thanks for the desk and the car and the house. I appreciate that.
The what?
The car and the house. Thank you very much for everything. Listen, Steve...
Not at all. Mate, I have got a surprise for you. We were out in Los Ramblas yesterday night and we happened upon a performer and we insisted for your benefit that we get her into the studio. It's a transvestite flamenco performer.
Oh, lovely, Steve. You didn't have to do that for me, Steve. Oh, holy macaroni.
And Carmen's going to be performing a little later on a love song just for you, Larry. And it's a great pleasure to have you here. Great pleasure to have you with us, Carmen.
Buenas noches. Y estoy aquí porque me han contratado para hacer una entrevista y para cantar 2 o 3 canciones. Esto es muy agradable. estar aquí. Yo me llamo Miguel de Mairena, pero ahora en mi reparación me llamo Carmen Mairena. He
Right.
trabajado en toda España, Barcelona mucho.
Okay, thank you. That was a beautiful thing. Well, Steve, it sounds like you've got all the important people in the world over there, but you don't have this lady who does it the very best. Please make her welcome right now, folks. Jennifer Kite with the latest news.
Good evening, everyone. Yes, hello, everyone. It's not a good night for Qantas Airlines. Baggage handlers who called a lightning strike on Saturday have voted to stay out indefinitely.
Melbourne International Airport came to a virtual standstill today. Most flights in and out of the city cancelled. Hundreds of bags are stranded at the airport, their owners now overseas with no clothing.
This is my first overseas holiday and something like this has got to happen.
International carriers have been diverting all overseas passengers to Sydney on domestic flights, with total cost for the airlines running into millions of dollars. The Industrial Relations Commission recommended the baggage handlers return to work this morning, saying the dispute is potentially very damaging to the Australian economy. The union's response?
The point is, as far as we're concerned, workers have rights, and if the management wants to adopt a heavy-handed approach, then they just leave us no choice.
Late this evening, word that the dispute has worsened. The Industrial Relations Commission has adjourned the case until tomorrow, and the two domestic carriers say their flights between Sydney and Melbourne are almost full.
Alan Bond was back in court today appealing against his 3-year jail sentence. The court was told that businessman Laurie Connell deliberately lied when he gave evidence that led to Bond's jailing. Bond was imprisoned on dishonesty charges for his part in the collapse of the Rothwell's bank. Tonight, Laurie Connell described the appeal allegations as perverse and claimed the amount of bias and publicity now make a fair trial in criminal proceedings against him impossible. Singer Daryl Braithwaite took centre stage at an unusual venue today, the Supreme Court in Melbourne. 4 years after his successful comeback, Braithwaite is being sued for $500,000 by two men who claim they were his former managers. Nathan Brenner and Simon Fenner say they were responsible for relaunching the singer's career, but Daryl Braithwaite doesn't agree. In day one of what could be a lengthy trial, the court was entertained with a potted history of Braithwaite's time as lead singer of acclaimed pop group Sherbet. A warning tonight from Australia's top economists that unemployment could be a problem for the next 10 years.
The Prime Minister spent the weekend in the warmth of North Queensland, his aides say, to concentrate on Wednesday's Youth Unemployment Summit. Mr Keating doesn't apologise for the strategy of educating the young Australians who can't yet be employed.
And if we wish to be the kind of technologically clever country we all want Australia to be, you can't get that from an untrained workforce.
A panel of Australia's top economists reported today, warning there's no quick fix. Even a significant change of economic direction would only slightly reduce unemployment. And the outlook for the long-term unemployed is grim.
We're all convinced that long-term unemployment particularly is going to be a worrying question for Australia for 5, maybe 10 years.
But Sydney isn't letting the economy spoil its birthday party. Sydney's church bells were ringing in the rain in a sesquicentennial celebration. 150 years ago today, Sydney town became the City of Sydney. And it seems things haven't changed all that much since then.
1842 was a year of mixed fortunes for Australia. We were in the midst of a 3-year depression.
Barcelona's another city in party mode, but with just 4 mañanas to the Olympic Games, teams of workers are frantically trying to dress up scores of parks and buildings. The Palms might not make it, but the Spaniards are confident their last-minute spit and polish will have everything else in the city sparkling for Saturday's opening ceremony. Looking good. And finally, a protest with a difference in North America tonight. Women who won a court battle in New York to bare their breasts in public want the same rights in Canada, so they shed their shirts in the name of justice.
How many people have their shirts on?
There were no arrests, and the marchers seemed to be outnumbered by the media. And that's our news tonight, Larry.
I hope that lady with Steve doesn't try that one, Jen.
No.
Fresh back from shussing on the slopes, is that right?
Yes, I've been up to Mount Hotham for the weekend. It was great fun.
Ripper. Good weekend.
Yeah, it's a very nice weekend.
I was out there going for the doggies.
Yes, I hear you've adopted Aussie rules.
Yeah, bad weekend, huh?
Yes,
Next time
my
for
team
sure.
beat your team.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Yes.
Thanks very much, Jen. Okay, for those of you who have been subjected to complete sensory deprivation over the last 2 months, you'll be surprised to learn that the Olympics, in fact, start this week, which is great news for sports fans, unless, of course, your name is Darren Hinch. Now, Darren, as you will be aware, is boycotting the Games, which is really a shame, because there goes our chances of winning a medal in the beard-growing event. But putting Darren to one side, in the studio audience tonight, we have part of the Australian contingent involved in the opening ceremony, and they're going to give us a quick example of the sort of thing they'll be doing at the opening ceremony in Barcelona on Saturday. Okay, folks, we'll have a bit of a look at this thing now, I think.
This is me. I'm Kieran Perkins. I'm a swimmer. John Perkins, that's right. It's a good middle name, John. And I'm doing the 1500 freestyle and the 200 freestyle as well, and the 400 and the 4x200 men's relay. We are going to win. Watch us.
Oh, you are indeed. The goldfish, Mr. Kieran Perkins. One of our great hopefuls in Barcelona. Now, my first guest is a guy who used to work on Australian television. Our more mature guest will certainly remember his hilarious contributions to Aussie entertainment. He hasn't been seen for quite a while, but I'm proud to say we've found him tonight, just back from his first random steroid swab, and we believe he enjoyed it. Steve Vizard.
Funny, Larry. Very funny indeed. Mate, sitting beside me are 3 of the 4 people responsible for the spectacular opening and closing ceremonies for the 92 Barcelona Olympics. Between them, they've been responsible for events such as the 84 Olympic Games ceremonies in LA, the Academy Awards, Super Bowl halftime shows, Disney on Parade, the Grammy Awards, the British Airways global commercial, which I think is the one with the eye and the face all wander around the earth meeting up. Their expertise includes direction, choreography, production. Ron Mangum, Doug Jack, and the executive producer of the opening ceremonies here in Barcelona, Rick Birch. Thanks for coming in, Rick, because I know this is a critical time for you. For how long to go before the opening ceremony now? Not that you're counting.
We have a few days to go yet.
Is anything drastically wrong that needs repairing?
Yeah. There are a couple of major technical problems that have arisen, one of which has been overcome, the other one will never be overcome.
Now, this isn't the first time you've done an opening ceremony. You did LA, Rick. What went wrong in LA? Tell us some of the things that went wrong in LA.
This could take a while. One of the moments that people were most baffled by who watched the show were the American national anthem was played by a color guard from Washington that we got in specially. And people wondered why they marched on with a podium and things. While the national anthem was played, it seemed quite unnecessary. But in fact, 2 days before the dress rehearsal, the final dress rehearsal, the leading actor in this pageant died. The leading actor was in fact an eagle, and we had been training an eagle to fly into the Colosseum and land on the flag bearer who was carrying the special podium, and this giant eagle was due to land there, and then the American anthem would be played. Unfortunately, the eagle, who was obtained from the Department of Wildlife and Parks, had led a fairly sedentary life up until the ceremonies. It was about 7 years old, and had not been known to fly. And so when our trainer got hold of him, was trying to persuade this bird to fly, he started off pushing him off low walls and then sort of slowly brought him up a stepladder. And this eagle just wouldn't fly. It had flopped to the ground very ungracefully. So finally he took him up to the mountains because eagles need the air currents and things to fly on. And his name was Bomber the bald eagle. And he was taken up to the mountains, pushed off cliffs, and Bomber learnt to fly, but he died about a week later. The experience was too much for him. It turned out, in fact, he had parasites in his heart. So
he could have worked in the television industry. Now, Ron and Doug, you're choreographers, and you're choreographing the opening ceremony. How many people involved?
About 11,000 all total, with everybody involved.
Where do you start? I mean, 11,000 people. Where do you begin? Do you do it all individually?
With a bottle of wine. Yeah, you map it out first. The first thing you have to do is chart everything, from where they enter, where they get dressed, where they lose their costume. And the show is actually the most easy part of the whole
Once they get on the field. hit their marks, then it's just a series of hitting marks.
Have a lot of these people done movement before, or are you dealing with novices?
Mostly novices. Novices, some people, folklore groups, dance groups, but a lot of people from they try to find groups in Barcelona that were already easy to
Like the Boy Scouts is a group of organized people. Some of the participants were from dance schools, so they have some movement background, but a lot of people, it's just they're hitting it new.
Now, Rick, what's the estimated audience for the worldwide audience for the opening ceremony?
Well, the nearest we can do it, and it depends if my mum and family are watching or not, but it's 3,000,000,004 or 3,000,000,012 people.
And that's the biggest ever television viewing audience for any event?
I guess so, yeah. I mean, the Olympic opening ceremony tends to be the biggest audience, and each year there are more people.
Now, you've got about $29 million.
I don't.
$29 million?
Were you ever tempted just to get the balloons, a couple of marching girls in and sort of piss the rest up?
South America.
I mean, really, did that ever enter your head?
Not really, Steve, no.
You thorough professional that you are.
You can buy a lot of balloons for $29 million.
Ron and Doug, you've worked on some other shows. Welcome to Pooh Corner.
Right.
Dumbo's Circus.
Exactly.
And the Mother Goose Treasury.
Exactly.
Can I ask whether there'll be any of those influences in the opening ceremony for the Olympic Games?
No, we have no blue screen. No.
No Dumbo in the opening ceremony?
No, we tried. It's the same eagle problem. We started pushing him off the step ladder, then the cliff, parasites, got him again. It's a terrible thing.
Rick, guys, thanks very much. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more after this. Stick around. This is live.
I like watching TV. No.
I love watching Tonight Live with Steve Weiser.
I love watching Tonight Live with Steve Weiser.
You're a dirty old man, Weiser. A dirty old man. Now, my next guest has done as much for multiculturalism in Australia as Steve Weishart has done for it in Spain, as we just saw then. He's the man who made being Greek a fashion statement. He's the man who made his Monaro an aphrodisiac on wheels. He's the man who almost tamed Cousin Effie. Here he is, Nick Giannopoulos.
Oh, what a nice welcome.
What about this?
Terrific, thank you. Thank you. I won't repeat.
No, don't repeat that.
No, I won't repeat what he just said in Greek. My mother could be watching tonight.
How are you?
Good, mate. Do you like the pants?
I
thought...
Popular opinion has it, yeah. Tell me about them.
Well, I thought I could double up as the test pattern later on. You know? It's kind of like this, isn't it?
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Steve's friend was wearing them in Barcelona.
Yeah, actually, I borrowed them from Right Said Fred.
But you had to get them off him first, right?
That's right. Absolutely.
Now, listen. Speaking about your mother watching, let's talk about motherland. Let's talk about Greece.
Oh, right. Well, I went, yeah, Greece. One hand clap. Thank you. Well, I went to Greece for a little holiday, and also to trace back my genealogy, my roots, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I mean that in that, no, come on, settle. Yeah, I went back there because the last time I went, I was like only 14 or 15. And I just wanted to kind of like see, you know, where it all started with my family. So what I decided to do was go back to my mother's village and just trace back, you know, where she kind of...
We've got some...
here it is there. And there it is there. Someone's obviously... Yeah, there it is. The old... that's my grandmother's house. That's the old bakery there. They used to make bread in there. Yep, and that's my auntie in there. And at this house here, believe it or not, Larry, used to house 21 people in this one room in there. 21 people lived in this one room.
Small people.
It's very small people. Yeah. And there's the little stove. It's exciting stuff, isn't it? Don't you love people who buy handy cams? You just sit at their house for 3 hours and they bore the thing out of you. No, that's, yeah, as you can see there, this is a typical little Greek white house in a village. And it was amazing because this village was once populated by about 400 people. As you can see here, it's now completely isolated because everyone's migrated to Australia.
So, I mean, was that a ghosty type of feeling? I mean, did you walk around and think, where am I?
It was really weird because as the old people die, what happens is the young people don't want to go and live there. And of course, this village is on top of a mountain.
Right.
And of course, it's quite isolated. And of course, the young kids either go to Australia or go to live in Athens. So it's just isolated. The houses are just sitting there and no one's ever going to live in them again.
Now,
it's really weird.
while we're talking about the people back home, I've always wanted to know this. What would the people back home think of Acropolis now?
Well,
I mean, would they laugh or would they say, "You're silly boy"?
They say, why? Actually, my cousin will say, why they call the Greek people Wog? And you say, well, it's really hard to explain where Wog came from and what Wog means, because, of course, Wog to me means being called that name at school all my life, you know.
Right.
And, of course, the Greeks are so proud of their heritage and of their history that they can't understand anyone putting them down for any whatsoever reason. So it's very hard to explain, but they enjoy the show, they quite like it. They look upon the Australian Greeks as being their kind of like country cousins, you know what I mean?
Right, right.
They kind of like, you know, sort of, you know. They kind of, yeah, it's really interesting. They tend to believe they're more cultured than we are.
All right, now we've got some more of that fabulous Logie-winning vision from you right now, so let's roll the tape and you can take us through this one as well.
Okay, well, of course, I didn't just...
Hi, I'm Robin Cockroach, and welcome to Lifestyles of the Greek Infatuous. As you can see over here, we have, if you look really closely, oh, wow. I think that's Paul McCartney going for a swim. No, shit, it isn't. Oh, well. Oh, look over here. I think I see Cher. No, it's a mule. Okay. My mistake. Tune in again this time next week.
Dancing on the Beach, lesson 1. Looking cool on the beach, lesson 2. So I've been here now for about 10 days and I've been observing how various pickup routines work, and I think I've got one down pat. Most guys just seem to kind of like go up to a girl and say something like, excuse me, baby, could you give me one cigarette, please? So I'm just going to try that right now on these two absolutely gorgeous women over here. So it's worked for everyone else, and I can't see why it's not going to work for me. Excuse me, baby, can I have a cigarette? Phil, cut the camera, Phil. Phil, Phil, I said that's enough, right?
I want a copy of that, can I? That Ouzo does serious things to you, doesn't it?
That was, I should point out, that's Mykonos. That's
right.
A beautiful paradise beach on Mykonos. And there's two beaches on Mykonos. There's Paradise and Super Paradise. And, of course, Paradise is the one to go because the other one's quite gay.
OK, we're going to talk more about that later. I know you're going to love this musical act. Our musical act tonight is recognised as Australia's finest guitarist. Now, Initiation is a song which creates an image of being in an Aboriginal ceremony. From his album Determination, please make him very, very welcome, Tommy Emmanuel.
Hi, I'm Duncan Armstrong here in sunny old Barcelona. I'm in the 200 metres freestyle. Big cheerio to everyone at home. We're here to do the job and we'll get it done.
Yes, you will. The animal. Good on you, Duncan. Now, the studio is still rocking from Tommy Emmanuel. Here is that album, Go Out and Get It Tomorrow. Determination, fabulous stuff. Thank you very much. Tommy Emmanuel, folks.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, one of the big problems with the Australian entertainment industry is it's so very small. It's easy to be typecast and hard to shake the past. But my next guest kicked her very public past in the shins and is re-entering the business with great enthusiasm. Great to have her on board tonight, Carol Willesee. Hi, Carol.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
I need to take you back a couple of years just before we start.
Okay.
Not that far back, not that, to Home and Away.
Oh,
We'd made the big break into commercial television and whammo, what happened?
I got fired.
Is that it?
Well, yes.
But it was a very special circumstance, wasn't it? It was sort of mother against the industry.
Well, that's how the story ended up,
Yeah.
but that wasn't really how it was. I mean, it was... there were certain things that were agreed to go in the contract. Then when I asked them actually to be written down, they said it was difficult, and they said contract withdrawn, I think it was, offer withdrawn.
Yeah, yeah. And, I mean, basically it was revolved around the family, didn't it? Was that at the time? Not really.
No, it didn't really. I mean, it did and it didn't. It had to do with, yes, I needed a certain amount of time to spend with my children, but...
All right. You've kicked back for a couple of years now. I mean, during that time, were you thinking, who needs this? Let's get on to something
never.
else?
I love it.
Always get back into it?
Oh, yes.
All right, let's talk about the new thing right now, then. That sounds great. Man of the Moment up in Sydney. What's it all about?
It's an Alan Ayckbourn comedy. There's a swimming pool on set, and actually it's about the media, and it's about people like you.
Like me? Like me?
So it's an X-rated play, is it?
What is it about people like me?
Well, it's about people who make programs or sit behind desks and how they can manipulate what has actually happened to make it how they want it to have happened.
Now, I don't think you're talking about me particularly there. Are there any other names you want to mention right now? Just people who sit behind desks.
Men of the moment.
Men of the moment. You passionate about the theatre, or would you like one day to stray back into television?
Pooh, I'm passionate about the theatre, but if the right offer came along,
Because a lot of people are like that, aren't they? A lot of theatrical people are like, there's no way I would do commercial television, no way I'd do a soapie.
if the right part came along at the right time, then of course I would.
Yeah.
Larry, in this business, you never say never, mate.
Never say never.
I could actually see myself as the first wog on Neighbours. I really can. Because, you know, they haven't had one yet. Actually, I think they've just introduced an Italian family last week. What's it been, 10 years? Oh, it's good. We finally discovered ethnicity on Neighbours. Thank you very much.
Now, Carol, as we all know in the business, it's very important to do other stuff as well. A lot of people in television drive taxis, clean streets, that sort of thing. You've just got into a restaurant business, is that it?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
no,
look,
I haven't.
Who's the
Let me have a go. This is what I wanted to do.
Oh, that's it? That's it?
If you're going to ask me a really awful question,
you're just going to stick that on. Okay.
It's just, put it down again. Let me have another go. And then where you're going to ask me a really terrible question.
Yep.
This is how to deal with interviewers who ask you really awful questions. And you just go...
Good.
It's you said.
Tell me about the restaurant business. Come on, just tell me.
Kids will kill me. The restaurant business, well, there's a man in my life.
Yeah.
Whom I care for very much,
Yeah.
and he's opened a restaurant.
Right.
In Sydney.
Now, Nick has got a very successful
Yes, I've got the 120
here.
bar in Fitzroy, which is always open for business, and we'd love you to come along.
Some tips for Carol on running
Some tips, yeah.
Getting a hot
Sticky
spot.
fingers in King's Cross.
All right,
Kellett
yeah, okay,
Street.
plugs are up. Mate, the biggest tip I have for Carol is sell. It's a crazy business. It's just the restaurant and bar business. It's just, I didn't know what I was getting into. It takes up so much of your time. And the restaurant business in particular, I mean, kitchens are so hard to run. I mean, that's why there are so few very good restaurants, and they're very expensive to run. So my advice to anybody out there thinking about buying a restaurant is don't.
All right, let's check out the restaurant scene just quickly in Barcelona and rethink our position here. Inevitably, most wealthy, successful TV people end up in Spain, inevitably with a bad back, inevitably unable to return. That's exactly what happened to Steve Vizard. Come in, mate. Are you there?
Yeah, talk about the restaurant scene. You should try the fish fingers ole over here. You've got the Zorro burgers. The food is fantastic.
Now, Steve...
Rick's been here for... I'm sorry, mate.
Steve, we've just had a thought here. What about this? It's just an idea, because I know you're not too keen to race on back to us. Good morning, Barcelona, with Steve and Chris, with Pixie doing the weather. What do you think?
Yeah, it's as good as anything else we've got going. Mate, Rick's... Settle down, Nick. Rick's just about to get into the opening ceremony rehearsals. You've got another one on Wednesday night, haven't you?
Thursday night. Well,
Thursday night.
Wednesday night we're rehearsing with opera singers, which is like having 2 normal rehearsals.
And is everything set? There's nothing that can go wrong at this point in time?
Oh, there's lots of things that can go wrong. We're looking forward to most of them. I don't know, this is the first time we've actually got the opera singers. There are 8 opera singers in the show appearing at different times. Not one of them's been on the stage yet, and they get 1 rehearsal.
Judy, you're involved in setting up the whole exercise. For people at home, families at home who are watching in Australia who want to have their own opening ceremony in their house, what tips would you give them?
House. Be well organized. Make sure they have specific marks and seating positions as well as moving positions for everyone so they know on the appropriate cue when to move where.
Well, there you have it, folks. That's for you at home who want to have your own opening ceremony. It's easy. Who needs 29 million bucks? Now, what you do need around Barcelona to find your way around is an identity card. When you need accreditation, basically, and they have a photograph of you.